In today's free coaching video, we're going to start a 3-part series on emotional eating. Real deep topic here, but I have some great resources for you that I wish I had when I was crazy binging, emotionally eating like crazy. So stay tuned.
Life sounds like I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. This is what it sounds like. I'm alive.
Okay, before we get started, what do you think, be honest, with the red lipstick? I really don't know. It's an adjustment. I don't ever wear red lipstick, but my stepmom got me this lipstick, and I'm giving it a shot, even though it's like a little uncomfortable. I don't know. Why is red lipstick a little uncomfortable when you're not used to it? But anyway, I'm just gonna roll with it. So when I was struggling with my weight and self-image, I had a terrible relationship with food. To call it dysfunctional is an understatement. It was something that I rewarded myself with. It was something that I disciplined myself with. It was merely a number when I was a huge calorie counter, and it was something that just made me fat. That's all food was for me for the longest period of time. Which is why our first step to healing yourself from emotional eating is figuring out what food really means to you and really teaching you how to start uncovering that so we can start healing that. So if we go back to our very first experience with food, yes, when we were infants, what was it like? How did we feel? Right? We were warm, wrapped up in our mother's arms. We were getting nourishing milk. We were feeling love, right? It was an experience of love. It's not like as infants we could disassociate the two and say, okay, well, this is food and this is love. No, it was one experience of food and love together. And then as we grow up, what happens? We have more and more experiences of food and love together. At birthday parties, at weddings, at graduations, at family functions, when you're sitting around the table with all the people you love the most, right? It's food and love together. So when you really accept the idea that food and love can be in the same experience and there's nothing wrong with that, you actually start to make food choices automatically that come from a source of love. So what does that mean? Choosing foods from a source of love is choosing foods that are nourished by the soil, by the sun, by the rain, by somebody else preparing it. And if you eat meat, choosing things like organic meats, or on the label, sometimes it will talk about the ethical standards and how they treat their animals. So you can see that when you're choosing foods from a source of love, you're choosing foods that will love you back. And in turn, we won't want to choose foods that are chemically made, that are made in some plant, that are made to hurt our children and our loved ones, that cause unhealthy addictions. We just wouldn't want to do that anymore because we really start to understand and accept that food is love and we want foods that love us back. So food is not the problem. Stop denying it. Stop looking at it as something that you discipline yourself with. It is something that nourishes you and makes you feel good and gives you energy and helps you show up to be the woman you've always wanted to be. So your action tip is really easy this week. All I'd like you to do is start looking at food as love. So when you're choosing foods to eat, I want you to remember this conversation we had about how I talked about food is love and choosing foods that love you back because you deserve love. So in our video next week, we're going to talk about how not emotionally eating is like having emotionless sex. It's almost impossible. And I'm really going to teach you how to welcome your emotions to the table. And before you go, I want to hear from you. Now in the comment section below, I want to hear why having a healthier relationship with food is important to you. As you know, our relationship with food and our bodies are highly emotional subjects and things that need to be healed. And engaging in this conversation will only help enhance that. So if you're loving this conversation and you'd like to dive deeper, I highly suggest you check out the Wildly Alive Weight Loss Program. You can learn all the details with the link below. And the doors aren't open right now, but they will soon. So I highly suggest you hop on the pre-sale list so you're the first to know when the doors open. All right, I will see you next week in the next emotional eating video, and I'm telling you it's a good one. I don't want you to miss out on it, so make sure you keep an eye on your inbox. And if you're not having fun, it's your own damn fault. Bye.